At the Phnom Penh Special Economic Zone on the outskirts of the Cambodian capital, around 30 new factories have set up operations in the last 12 months, making everything from wiring harnesses for cars to vibration motors for cell phones. The picture is the same in many other parts of the country, with hundreds of factories built or under construction across a wide variety of sectors from garments to electronics. Employment at the SEZ is doubling this year to 20,000 workers and is projected to redouble to 40,000 in the next several years. As companies compete for employees, working conditions are improving. For example, major Japanese manufacturer Minebiya is trying to attract workers with its modern 4-story dormitory for 2,000 people, a big improvement from the slum housing many workers are accustomed to. Wages for industrial workers in Cambodia have increased as much as 65% in the last 5 years, although from such a low base that workers here remain among the poorest in Asia. Overall, foreign direct investment in Cambodia rose 70% last year from 2011. Experts say foreign companies are flocking to Cambodia because they want to limit their overwhelming reliance on factories in China. Problems are multiplying fast for foreign investors in China, where blue-collar wages have quadrupled in the last decade, as a factory construction boom has coincided with a growing shortage of workers. Peter Brimble is Deputy Country Director for the Asia Development Bank in Phnom Penh. He lists several factors for the shift.
Wages increasing are probably the main factor that are leading firms to relocate from China. But I think other issues, the floods in Thailand, political stability in Thailand, the fact that Vietnam is becoming very, they call busy, full of investors, are making Cambodia an attractive location for companies looking to spread the risk a bit, spread the risk out of Thailand, out of China, out of Vietnam.
Long known as a producer of cheap garments, Cambodia is now producing sophisticated products for export into global supply chains. Japanese manufacturer Soon West is producing parts for mobile phones for export to Japan and Vietnam. Among other Japanese manufacturers, Sumitomo is making wiring harnesses for cars, Minebiya is assembling parts for cell phones, and Denso is about to start production of motorcycle ignition components. Compensation for each worker in Cambodia is still less than $130 a month compared to workers in Shanghai who earn between $560 and $640 a month doing the same tasks. And while Cambodian workers produce 15 to 30% less than their Shanghai counterparts, productivity in Cambodia has been catching up. Developing countries like Cambodia have their own downsides, like the frequent power cuts and water shortages that afflict Phnom Penh and other cities. To overcome these problems, most industrial parks in Cambodia have their own emergency power stations for use during power cuts, and water towers are used to store water on site. Singapore's Changi Airport has unveiled its first interactive attraction that will also stand the test of time, at least for the next 100 years. The social tree is an avant-garde 9-meter installation in the shape of a tree that consists of 64 giant 42-inch HD TVs meant to display images in full 360 degrees in stunning detail. Surrounding the social tree are 8 touchscreen photo booths which allow travelers to take their pictures and videos and upload them onto a giant structure, even retrieve them during subsequent visits. In Singapore, needy children living in Jalan Kukoh in the Tanjong Pagar constituency are getting a leg up with a new program known as Catch Plus. It is targeted at those aged between 7 and 16 years. The program aims to provide holistic after-school care services and give children a good head start in life. Other than free tuition classes, the children will also be able to attend reading and computer classes, as well as activities such as ukulele and handicraft workshops conducted by professional instructors. There will also be outdoor activities such as excursions to the zoo, Singapore Flyer and community events. CATCH, which stands for Children and Teen Community Hub, was initiated by Tanjung Pagar MP Dr. Lily Nyo in June 2011. Now upgraded to CATCH Plus, it provides a wider range of activities for the children to pick up new skills and stay engaged.
From our CATCH program in the past, we found that we had very good response because we have had about 67 members, and we feel that we want to do more for the children here. We want our children to read and write better. We want our children to do well in school, and we want our children to be happy, active, and confident.
Under the CATCH Plus program, there will also be an activity centre for the children. The centre will be run on a daily basis from 2:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. A factory in Indonesia has started producing plastic bags with a difference. The bags made from cassava roots are biodegradable and can decompose within weeks. Environmentalists have welcomed this eco-friendly plastic bag that may help to put an end to plastic trash. These bags are mass-produced at a factory on the outskirts of Jakarta and have proven successful commercially. The greatest appeal of the eco-plastics is their green credentials. It takes about 6 weeks for an eco-plastic bag to decompose, where it would take normal plastic bag centuries. Factory director Sugianto Tandio is at the helm of the family's plastic business, which has been around since the 1970s. In 2000, Sugianto created a research division at the company that focuses on finding eco-friendly plastic. After a decade of work, the research struck gold, and the company went on to launch several eco-plastic products in recent years. Today, the factory's reputation is based on its leading product line named EcoPlus. The company chose cassava roots because they are abundantly available across the country. Cassava plants are easy to grow in the tropical weather with 2 harvests or more per year. Sugianto has also sourced cassava from a home industry with largely manual processing, thus keeping a low-carbon footprint in the project. Only 10% of the eco-plastic produced goes to the domestic Indonesian market. The factory exports the majority of the biodegradable plastic bags to Western countries such as United States, where eco-friendly plastic is in high demand. An upscale shopping centre in the capital's main business district has been a loyal client of the plastic factory for years. Alun Alun Shopping Centre gives out EcoPlus plastic bags to customers who purchase goods worth $50 or more. Its Director for Business Development, Pinky Sudarman, believes that environmental preservation goes hand in hand with the shopping centre's passion for all things made in Indonesia. As the metropolitan city in the world, Jakarta has its fair share of problems managing its trash from over 10 million residents. The Indonesian Solid Waste Association estimates that the capital is currently producing 6,000 tons of trash every day, and 20% of these are made of plastic. The association has been working alongside the central government to develop a policy to deal with the problem of trash in the company. Despite the ecological advantages, the market has been slow in adopting the eco-friendly plastic bag, mainly due to its high price. An EcoPlus bag is twice as expensive as a regular plastic bag. Indonesian President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, along with 8 Indonesian ministers, conducted mangrove planting in Bali, Indonesia, at a forum for forest protection. At the opening ceremony of the forum, President Susilo said he felt grieved about the forest fires on Sumatra Island and criticized the local government on delayed fire control. In the meantime, Portuguese footballer superstar Cristiano Ronaldo was also invited to the forum and agreed to be the Indonesian mangrove ambassador. Ronaldo was invited because in 2004, a boy wearing a shirt emblazoned with the name of Ronaldo survived the tsunami waves by holding onto a mangrove. Thailand's government has taken measures to improve public health conditions as the number of dengue cases keeps soaring. The tropical disease dengue fever is at epidemic levels in parts of Southeast Asia. It's spread by mosquitoes, which are multiplying rapidly in the current rainy season. In mild cases, the virus feels like flu, but it can develop into fever, internal bleeding and death. With no known cure, there has already been a high number of deaths. To eradicate the virus-carrying mosquitoes and flies, the Thai government has dispatched teams of people to pump highly toxic insecticide into drains, under portable stalls and throughout public areas. Thailand has recorded just over 54,000 cases so far in 2013, including 62 deaths from January to June, of which more than half were children. Other Southeast Asian countries also suffered a similar situation. Singapore has seen more than 10,000 cases, a figure that is more than doubled the total for the whole of last year. The Philippines has reported more than 42,000 infected people, and Malaysia more than 10,000, all at epidemic levels. To effectively reduce the number of mosquitoes attracted by waste and drain water from apartments, officials from the Thai Health Department have revisited local residents and handed out leaflets urging them to regularly clean their waste containers and drains and to use insecticide. Thai police in the northeastern province of Nong Bua Lampu brought misbehaving teenage cyclists to visit victims of road accidents to convince them to drive properly. The police brought 85 misbehaving teenage motorcyclists who participated in a traffic training project to visit traffic accident victims at the Khon Kaen hospital. The young were also trained on traffic knowledge so that they are aware of the importance of driving properly. The teenagers participate in the 5-day disciplinary training course and will become traffic volunteers to assist in the operations of local police. The participants also wrote to their trainers promising to drive properly, quit smoking and drinking, and roam streets appropriately. Star Cruises, the leading cruise line in Asia Pacific, will come to Brunei Darussalam for the first time as a port of calls at Muara Port in November this year. The 51,309-ton Superstar Aquarius, currently home-ported in Keelung, Taiwan, will embark on a special cruise departing from Kaohsiung on the 29th of October 2013, with stops at Hong Kong, Manila, Boracay, and arriving at Kota Kinabalu on the 6th of November 2013. A media conference on excursions of the cruise ship was held at the Ministry of Industry and Primary Resources. At the media conference, the Vice President, East Malaysia Operations Star Cruise, Edward Johan Leong, said they will be offering 4 days and 3-night cruises from Kota Kinabalu to Brunei's Bandar Sri Begawan and Sarawak's Bintulu, departing every Sunday. There will be a number of exclusive shore excursions for guests to choose and explore local attractions.